Hi, everybody, and welcome to Baden-Baden. Welcome to the Berlin Philharmonic Live Lounge. We not only have you online watching, we have a great studio audience today, and of course we practiced the applause before. We told them to applaud like they applauded yesterday after the concert with Kirill Petrenko. I think it worked. Welcome to everybody. We're so happy that you're joining us. I looked on the chat. We've got people in Japan, in America, New York, in Canada, and England. My mum's watching. Hello, Mum. And this is our 5th year here in Baden-Baden, our 5th live lounge, and I'm going to introduce you to our wonderful guests. And first of all, it's such a huge honor and pleasure to have actually the star of the festival, our Tosca herself, Kristine Opolais. Welcome.
Thank you. Hey, bravo.
It's great. We know singers have to really take care of their health and their voices. And unfortunately. Have you got a microphone somewhere? Ah, yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, I know. And so that's why it means a lot to us that you come in and talk to us today. So thank you for that. I'm very happy. Just wait. Well, you just wait. We'll see what questions you're all going to ask her. Then I'll start from next door. We have our actually Wenzel Fuchs, our principal clarinet. He could actually double for Mario Cavaradossi because
I tried.
because Wenzel has the amazing solo, the clarinet solo in the 3rd act of Tosca. It sounds amazing, Wenzel. Bravo.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. Wenzel has been principal clarinet since 1993, so you're actually the veteran. He doesn't look like it. You were about 12. So you're doing well. Philipp Bohnen, 2nd violin. Philipp, you've been in the orchestra. You came from the Orchestra Academy.
Yes.
And you joined in 2007?
2008.
2008,
yes.
Almost.
Yeah.
And you're not only an invaluable member of the 2nd violin section, you are part of the community I serve in the Gemeinschaft, which is basically the party committee, and a very important member of the Berlin Philharmonic football team.
Oh, yes.
Philipp Bohnen.
Yeah, that's good.
Last but not at all least, our beloved concertmaster, Daishin Kashimoto. Thank you. It's your 2nd live lounge.
Yes, thank you.
Daishin took part in the very first one where we were sort of sitting in the corner in the dark.
I remember very well.
With no audience. Yeah. So we've come with one camera, I think. We came very far since then.
But it was a lot of fun, I remember back then already.
With Maya and Emmanuel
yes.
doing the magic flute. You can still see that online. Yes. So welcome to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And I also have to introduce you to these naughty school children in the corner here who are manning our live chat. A big welcome. Hi, guys. A big welcome we have from left to right, Elizabeth Hilsdorf, our press secretary, Marlene Ito from the 2nd violins, Noah Bendix-Bagley, is equally as a beloved concertmaster, and Hannah Dorn from the Digital Concert Hall, Berlin Film Media. Hi, guys.
Oh.
So, let's get started. I have the questions coming in on the chat. I'm happy to hear any questions you want for any of us. I will, of course, vet them before I ask them. So send them in. If it's something really important, keep sending it in so that I see it. I think we can have German and English. Anything else, we'll have to see what we can translate. If anything comes in your language, I'll do this quickly. So let's get started. A quick question to you about the time. So how long have you been here in Baden-Baden rehearsing for Tosca?
Well, I think 4 weeks.
4 weeks, Baden-Baden.
It's not that much. I mean, could be worse. But the last week with the Berlin Philharmonic was a paradise. So I would wish to start with you guys. And yeah, I mean, normal process. Every day rehearsals with the colleagues. We had a lot of fun. And
you guys always seem like you're having a lot of fun on the stage. Every time we look up there, somebody's giggling.
We try to keep positive because it's a lot of responsibilities and a lot of nervosity anyway. So we just try to go over that. And I really changed my way in the last year. So I try to smile to the eyes of warriors.
What do you mean you changed your way?
I just try to keep always positive because life is really sad. generally. A lot of bad things happened, so we need to at least in our profession, which we love so much. I mean, this is not only profession, this is style, life of
music.
Like, it's our life. So, and I try to keep smiling and joking with the colleagues who are very serious on stage.
One of my favorite moments in the rehearsals was Mario's solo with Wenzel. You know, the most tragic aria in the third act. He knows he's going to die. At least he's pretty sure he's going to die. You haven't been there to tell him yet that you're going to save him. So he sings the most beautifully, most painful aria, and Marcello, your beloved Marcello Alvarez, he just oozes pain and grief, and he was so amazing. He sang this aria, and the whole orchestra burst into applause, and he had his head in his hands and and then he looks up. We think he goes.
Very Marcello.
It was wonderful. It was so wonderful. Do you remember? You can't see anything, but you saw it. And so we missed it in the performance. You know, when he has to stay really serious. We really missed that. And tell us a little bit about your Scarpia and your Mario.
Well, I love them. I love them both, actually. And I think my mic doesn't work. No?
Is it? No. Marius, is it okay? Yeah, it's working. No, it's okay. They'll come and get it.
Yep.
Yeah, good.
Something happened.
Ah, there you are.
There. Well, I mean, this production tells us a little bit different story as we were supposed to read, and as Puccini wanted to say to us. That Tosca and Cavaradossi in a big love with each other. That's why all tragedy happened, because she loved this man.
It's like all tragedies ever in the whole world because of love.
And money.
But, in our production, we just have to realize and understand somehow. We try to do our best to give this a message that. These guys are really not in love with each other. They just is like prestigious. He's a very famous painter, and she's a famous singer, and it's a lot of fun be together. So which is difficult because music say different things. Of course, in music it's a lot of love and passion. So, but anyway, we are a great team, I think, and we really became a family. And it's not very often, you know, we're always working outside, we never have a family, we never at home, and it's very important which kind of partners is next to you. And when you have a good chemistry, good feeling, it's like your home for 4 or 5 weeks.
It's like us in the orchestra. We spend more time together on tour than we do at home with our families.
Or not, so not pity.
Yeah.
Yes, that is fantastic.
There's a nice message here from Barbara Horn in New York, and I know who that is. This is Barbara Justline Curry. She's second horn at the Met. And she just said hi to Christina, who recently sang so beautifully Rosalka. Oh, thank you so much. Isn't that nice? It's very early, Barbara, in New York. My goodness. My goodness. So there's some great questions. Tommy just asked, did anybody from the Berlin Film Musicians listen to the Carry-On recording as an inspiration?
I did, but I'm afraid.
But you should. Apparently, it's amazing. Yeah. Stefan Jezierski, our third horn, every time we played something, he said, no, Carry-On wanted it like that. We said, Stefan, you're telling us your age with this. But
it's interesting to listen. But
did you?
I heard something about this, yes.
Yeah, that's good. So a lot of people are listening to this. Portland, Maine, Tokyo, Bozhena. I don't know where that is. Do you think is that a name in Latvian? No. Oh, she's in Leipzig. Okay, that's not at all. Okay. Okay, keep them coming, everybody. We are loving having these. I'm not getting to answer any because our team over here are being incredibly quick. Let's talk a little bit about Baden-Baden. Wenzel, we've been here 5 years. Can you believe it?
Yes, I can.
You can believe it. It's really, I can't. It's gone so quickly.
Oh, for me, okay, 5 years. I wasn't here before. I never been before here as a tourist. You been here?
No, I'd never been to.
Just for work.
Just
it's
the
not
first.
The work. It's fun.
Yeah.
What she said already, and fun and of course also my work in the orchestra. But I love it to stay here. I mean, I also like Salzburg.
I was going to say, as an Austrian, to say that he loves it
first
here.
because I'm Austrian, so I love also Austria, and I was there for with the orchestra 19 years.
Yeah.
But I agree 100% with the orchestra to stay here. The weather is beautiful today, and
so many flowers here.
Many flowers, yeah. But this is also in Salzburg. But anyway, I think the orchestra here is like a big family, and we always very close together. It does not spread out, yeah. Here, it's smaller.
We even all go to the same restaurants here.
Really, right.
We do.
I love it so much, and I mean, 5 years is a short time. We should really continue.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope no end.
I hope no end either. Philip, what have been your highlights of the last 5 years, Baden-Baden, apart from the football matches with the German Youth Orchestra?
I was just about to tell every detail about every game. No.
Tell us, every score.
But, well, yeah, it's hard to pick a musical highlight because obviously every year we had wonderful operas and concerts with fabulous soloists, singers, conductors. So it's really hard to pick one of those. But what Wenzel already mentioned, I very much like the fact that actually we are kind of living close together. It's not as close as on being on tour for 3 weeks and you're actually in the same hotel. So we have a little bit more space for ourselves, which is nice. But then, you know, you go out, you want to have dinner or whatever, and it's very much likely that you're going to see some colleagues. So I think it's very nice. And yeah, for me personally, 5 years, they do go very fast. But in the first year we were here, my wife was just very, very pregnant with our first child. And we were very nervous that the boy might actually being born here in Baden-Baden. He just did not then in the end. We went back.
Got a passport, been a Baden-Badener for life.
Exactly. So that was very close. And I mean, yeah, like this year we celebrated his 4th birthday. So it's, I mean, time is running.
Oh,
so yeah.
Just now, that's right.
Yeah,
you went back to Berlin after the dress rehearsal quickly to have a party.
Yes,
that's
exactly.
really nice. Daishin, what's it like for you being in a pit? Is that something you really love?
Yes and no. Yes and no. I mean, of course, it's something I've only experienced since I joined the orchestra. But it's an experience of many different factors. To kind of still have to make music convincing without the visual part, because we're used to playing on stage. We're used to being watched at. And to still kind of make it without the visual part about it. It's, I think it's very challenging. Of course, the combination with the singers and the chemistry with the singers, if it works like this year, I think it can be so powerful and so beautiful. But I'm also happy to be on stage as well, I have to say.
Okay, this is a good question from Yuta. Should say hello to Yuta in Japanese?
Yuta. You mean
yes,
Utah?
Yuta?
Not
Yuta.
Utah, USA.
No, Yuta. No, Yuta. She's from Japan,
yes,
so we just say hello. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. And she asks, aside from the current Tosca, who's our absolute favorite, of course, what was your most memorable opera performance during the time with the Berlin Phil?
Oh, wow. I think it's probably the first one I actually did as kind of a sub. The Götterdämmerung in Aix-en-Provence, I remember.
Ah, yeah.
And I just got the job. 2 days after the audition was the first rehearsal. And, you know, Götterdämmerung.
Wow.
6 hours.
That's quite a big piece.
Terribly difficult music. And I thought, what the hell did I decide? You know, why did I decide to come here? Anyways, so it was an experience immediately to have such a big, huge piece to play.
Oh, yeah. And you're starting with the end, though, because you were, that's the fourth of the ring.
Too late.
What about you guys?
Well, it was similar when I started and I had my Probejahr, how do you even say
Your
that?
trial.
A trial. I think that it was like about March 2009 when we rehearsed Siegfried in Berlin, actually. And well, in the break of the rehearsal, there was my Probejahr-Abstimmung. So my colleagues voted for me on the trial. So in the first part of the rehearsal, I was very, very nervous.
That's cruel.
Yeah, well, but and I mean this dramatic music just basically, how do you say? Yeah, I could. Yeah, my thoughts and my confusion basically was very good represented in the music. And then after the break, when actually it turned out to be a very good result for me, and I knew I could stay. I think I was playing for the rest 1.5 hours, like with that smile on my face and all this dramatic music. I was just like, yeah, I'm in. So that was a very memorable.
Wenzel, how about you?
Maybe the most exciting opera what I played with this orchestra was the first opera, Boris Godunov. I never forget. It was with
Bardo.
With a Bardo, yes. It was '93. And it was the first
when you
time
were 12.
I played with this. It was in my trial time, also the same.
See, everybody, it's always the first one.
No, but it was very, you don't know what happened, what will follow, but you stay there and you hope, oh, I've never played this in this orchestra opera, so what they expect from me. And then I was happy after the performance. They said to me, well done, good. Okay, continues. And then I mean, what is the most exciting situation? I cannot say. There are so great operas like I played Elektra, I played here many times. So it's just the first experience was the Boris Godunov that I never forget. This.
What about you, though? So
Me? Oh, Tosca, of course.
We should say this. We should say Tosca.
No, but really, I must say, the first, I played at the Staatsoper, the Berlin Staatsoper, for 10 years before I came to this orchestra, and played all the operas. My very first opera, as you say, you never forget it. I had to play Madame Butterfly with no rehearsal. Because in those days, it was repertoire. So I turned up on the first day, and they said, you're playing Butterfly tonight. I was like, who's that by? I was still a student. I really knew nothing. I never forget that. That was really quite an experience. I don't remember much of it, but I remember counting.
Puccini girl. As well.
I love Puccini. I absolutely love Puccini. And the very first rehearsal, actually, I must say, almost my favorite moment in preparing for an opera with the Berlin Philharmonic is the day that the singers come. Because we all rehearsed it a few days before, and it was like, Simon sang. I mean, we love Simon, but he's not the greatest singer in the world. But and then these glorious singers turned up, and they sang to us. You didn't stand and sing out to the Philharmonic, you sang to us.
You cannot turn your back.
What's that like, the very first day you walk in and stand in front of the Berlin Philharmonic?
Well, I must say that somehow my intuition says from the beginning that I will have fantastic time. And my intuition was right. But what I decided from the beginning, and I spoke to Simon, I said, Simon, I think I would love to look at with my face, to sing with my face with the orchestra, because it's just better to get knew each other, And if you remember, guys, I don't know, it was one praise when I couldn't start, because I heard sound, and I thought it's kind of symphony. I never heard it before. And then I remember Simon turned, where are you, darling? And then I said, I cannot sing. I cannot interrupt you because it's so fantastic. So, I mean, I really had a fantastic experience, and I think I'm getting better and better with each time we are making music together. I'm so happy. Artistically and as musician, I'm really growing up now a lot, and this I feel.
Oh, we like that. I think that is.
Are there sometimes very funny stories in the opera on the stage, even in the very tragic moments? I remember one time I did Tosca in the Staatsoper in Vienna with Domingo, and was heißt Erschießungskommando?
The firing squad.
I was in the pit, and all the orchestra was laughing in the tragic moment. And
the moment where Mario is about to get shot.
Yeah, but they didn't shoot him. And he was on the stage, and he looked around. He was there, and then and the whole staff was laughing. And in the tragic moments, I never forget this. It was in Vienna.
Did you have anything? Tell us something about. Tell us what. I mean, you're on all the different stages in the world. There's some really amazingly crazy moments that you've experienced.
I think I'm not a right person because I don't have a lot of experience. I think I'm from the really very beginning of my long way, I hope. Maybe if there would be Placido Domingo or Marcelo would say a lot, I think, about funny stories. But it's always something happened, yeah. We are never perfect, you know, and if we are never perfect, we are just humans, and also with the technicians. There was a funny story, I remember, when I sang Rusalka in Munich Bayerische Staatsoper with this cruel production, if somebody's know this production of Martin Couchet, Rusalka. I have to go in the aquarium, full with the water. I mean, the real aquarium.
What, you went in the water?
Wow.
In the Wenzel is now thinking, with or without a bathing suit?
No, really, it was not a joke because, you know, water was always, I asked them to put there at least warm water and kind of hot warm because till the moment I get into the water, it's you know, I need time. So it's all second act. I'm on stage, and only at the end of the second act I'm singing my dramatic aria. So, and then it was a moment when I remember that before I go into the aquarium, the tenor is going kind of next to this aquarium, and he's touching that, and there is some fish also there. And
real
then
fish?
I remember. It's
warm water.
It's a secret, right? Okay.
I cannot say. I come. We have a revival now at the end of the May. So, and then I remember he says, and I couldn't understand what he tries to say, and many times he was like, and then he tried to say that he even cannot touch the aquarium, so they put really super hot water. So it was only one performance when I was not inside because I really couldn't, and I tried, and I thought, no chance, no way. So, and one of the performances was when water was really cool. I mean, not warm at all. And after this performance, I mean, I was in, but it was like,
It's good for your high notes.
Good high note. But after this performance, I asked really technicians. I said, guys, please, I need hot warm water. So next performance, it was hot water.
That's good because Alexa actually asked, does Christina in general enjoy innovative stage productions? And I guess yes, if the water temperature is right. There's some great questions coming in. Chantal wanted to know if Daishin and Wenzel are married.
Wow. Yeah, we're wondering about that.
Yeah. And Elizabeth answered, yes, they still are. It hasn't changed in the last 2 minutes as far as she knows. So there's some great questions coming in. Christina, we actually had a little surprise planned for you. We were wondering if you knew how difficult the beginning of Tosca is to play. You're not on stage yet. You're still getting made up at the very beginning of Tosca. Have you ever? Do you even know the beginning of the? Have you ever heard? No. She comes about. She's still in hair and makeup and meditation.
I mean, the first problem that I'm always late. And when I'm Mario, the first when
well, at least you showed up.
I'm always running from my room. Really
at least you showed up in yes. We won't go there. But
open the secret. I'm always late. For Mario, and then for Mario. Always late.
We'll wait for you. Well,
but what happened before?
Well, we have a bit of a problem. Well, not a problem, but we have first Scarpia's chords. Yeah, the really mean Scarpia. That's what the opera starts with, and then we have a 2/4 bar that is. In every opera orchestra, ba 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 ba, no, ba 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 ba. Yeah, and everybody knows that. So you'd think it's going ba 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 ra ba 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 ba. It goes ba 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 ba. Yeah, so we have a bit of a problem with that. So we thought we're playing it again on Monday. Yeah. We thought we'd just practice it for 3 of us and see if you could give us the downbeat.
Me?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
You're the wife of a conductor, right?
Can you? Are you kidding me?
You are married to a conductor.
Yes.
So what
are you kidding me?
It's only this long. See, this is what I do with my spare time in Baden-Baden. I copy and paste. Oh, I better not show that. We'll get in trouble.
No way.
We need you just to give us you don't have to do much. You just have to go, ba, 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 and we'll try and play it. Okay. That's all you have to do. Andres, are you watching?
No, please. Andres, stay in the kitchen.
Oh, tell us more. So this is my favorite. This is my favorite part after you've been talking for 10 minutes, and then. So we can play. The first thing is an om, bam, ba, om, cha, and then we'll wait for you, and you go, ba, 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 ba. We'll try.
You just have to give us a 1.
We can do. No, you can just come in here. We don't look at Simon for that bit anyway.
Maybe the beginning, though.
Wait, the beginning. You can give us the 1.
Yeah.
Me?
Yes. Yes. You're here. You have nothing.
Look at you. All.
Okay. That was pretty good.
It was not bad.
It was pretty good. I must say, a lot better than we expected.
But you know, now I have to be honest. You know who was kind of whom I saw now?
Tell us.
Andres.
Really?
I try to remember Andres now. Because from the
you don't see him very often, so it's...
No, because you know, somehow it's really not easy, but it's very interesting.
No. I played this as a repertoire opera in the Staatsoper for all the years I was there. It went terribly wrong very often. And somebody played on the 1, somebody played...
Can I ask you one question?
What?
You want to do it again?
You want to do it again?
No.
Continues.
I'm always wondering how you feel. You don't have to answer honestly, but how you feel.
Yes, you do, boys.
How you feel when women are conducting you?
That's a very good question. You start.
I'm always wondering.
We haven't had that many. We've had Susanna.
Exactly. No. We haven't had that many. And actually, I think I was always free because with
Why?
Emmanuel.
Why?
Haim. Emmanuel Haim. Yeah, she was the one who came the most, but then she always does kind of repertoire where not so many people are playing.
True,
so
yeah.
I was free all the time.
Yeah. So have you played with one of the girls?
I never played on the stage with a conductor. At my home, my wife is a conductor for me. So, on the stage, I never played with a conductor.
With a girl?
No, never.
Hey guys, you got to change
I
it.
played once. Not in the orchestra, but solo with Miss Melki, who's coming, I think, next season.
Okay.
In Japan.
It is different, isn't it? It's something. I don't know why.
In a way, yes, but then again, on
prettier.
stage, not at all.
No.
Now, once the music
starts. I played a lot of operas with Simone Young. So we were totally used to having this Powerfrau up there. And when was Susanna? No, you're right. There were no horns in the programs, which Emmanuel and Susanna did. So,
but feeling is different. I
Yeah.
just wanted to know. I'm wondering the psychologically or somehow as an atmosphere is very different feeling.
we don't have that much experience with it.
With women conductors, especially if the orchestra is like ours, or where there's a lot of men. People will look much more to the conductors.
Oh, that's a point. Good point.
Yeah, because there could be a lot of surprises, isn't it? I mean, with women, I can imagine, no? Even if it's very precise women.
You did
I mean, women is women, you know.
Have you sung for a female conductor?
I sang with Oksana Lenif.
Yeah. There's some great musicians there. There's some amazing girls out there.
In Munich. Feeling was funny, you know. Still, I mean, I'm women, I'm not men, but feeling was fun. She's fantastic, she's incredible, but I prefer men. I mean, generally, somehow, you know, for me, conductor means men. I don't know.
Okay.
Boss.
That's going to be the headline in the papers. I think, well, you know, it's for me. I mean, I was the only girl for a long time playing the horn, and it never really made a big thing of it. Everybody said, "You're the only girl." I was like, "Oh, so?" But being a girl in a man's world is now these days it doesn't really exist anymore because there are so many great girl horn players coming up, and it doesn't matter anymore. And I think conducting is probably, apart from tuba playing, the very last musical instrument which the girls are not equal at yet, because there's great trumpet players, trombone players. Principal trombone, BBC Symphony is a girl. It's everywhere. So it's coming. It's on the way. But yeah, then you are the star. So you get to choose who conducts. Do you have any favorite conductors?
Except
for Anders, of course, and Simon.
I generally am very spoiled by good conductors, and I really have not only but like 80% of good experience, and I'm enjoying now making music with Simon. I really enjoy a lot, and I remember also the first big maestro in my life was Maestro Baden-Baden, who gave me a possibility also to
it was a long time ago, 2009, your first Tosca.
To leave from Riga. So, but I remember he told me, I give you a possibility, but you have to promise me that you are not singing a lot dramatic repertoire. So, and I was 20. By that time, I was 27 only. So, and he was right. So. It was great advices. I mean, a lot of great maestro, really. Maestro Elder just now with Rusalka at the Metropolitan.
Sir
Mark Elder.
Yeah.
And yeah, all big things I did was really great. And Maestro Fabio Luisi in Manon Lescaut.
Oh, he conducts Italian opera absolutely incredibly. Yes. He at the end, he's like dying with everyone on the stage. He's fantastic. But you know, we're very spoiled in the Berlin Phil too, with our soloists and our conductors. And I would just like to say a big hello to Lisa Batishvili, who's watching and just wrote in the chat, who's our soloist this week in the Dvorak Violin Concerto. Lisa, we love you, and we can't wait to see you. She just wrote in and said hi. When's she coming? Today, tomorrow? When are you coming? Come soon. We want to have cake. Lisa's another really incredible Powerfrau. Fantastic. So we miss you. Can't wait for you to come. And I hope you're all coming. You're all coming to the concert. I think the concert is going to be broadcast live on the Digital Concert Hall. But moving swiftly along, there's a nice question for you about which operas would be good for children to watch. Angus asked, and I think I know Angus. I think Angus is in Esher in Surrey. I think that's my nephew. And Angus is 1 year old. So if Angus, you're very clever. But it's a good question. I like that question. Because you have a 5-year-old.
Yes.
And which operas are good for children?
I think Hansel and Gretel is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
And I remember that Anna, our daughter, went to Hansel and Gretel in Munich Bayerische Staatsoper, and Mr. Bachle gave us his loge, and he was very nice and generous to us. She was, without any movements, 1 hour, 15 minutes. So I was very surprised, because I thought it's her first time, and it was more than 1 year ago. So I thought she will ask to go home in approximately after 15 minutes. Only the very loud moments from the orchestra, because we were up there. She was just closing the ears. When Hansel and Gretel disappeared, she said with a very loud voice, "Where they are going?" Her interest was really very low, and then we left. So we didn't come
So she missed the scary part, which they had.
Actually, the production.
She was not scary. She was not scary.
She was not scared.
No, and the production quite dark in Munich, Bayerische Staatsoper. So I was kind of worried about her reaction, but she was very, very curious. And I think that Rusalka is fantastic for kids. Rusalka, but it's important.
With the proper temperature water.
And with the not Martin Kusche production, of course, because this is for the big persons, for the...
is there a... in it?
Very...
grown up.
Very big growing up persons. Yeah, but for example, if it's... Because story is sad, but still beautiful. And I think all this, like, water nymphs and wassermen, you know, it's interesting. And also a lot of beautiful lyric music. So I think Rusalka is also a very good opera for kids.
What about, I love that question actually when people ask, what does your daughter like to listen to?
Japanese cartoon music.
And that goes how? That goes how?
I don't really remember, but there's...
Can you sing us one?
Not really,
no. Shame.
Thank God.
Anyone can put a link in the chat to some Japanese cartoon music so I can look it up a bit later.
She loves to dance to it, but she's just a year and a half now.
Yeah? And your two? What do they like?
Well, it was just recently when the older one came to the first half of a concert and also had a similar experience. He sat there very, very still. It was just maybe half an hour, but still he was very, very fascinated. But before, and every time I practice at home, he just basically starts crying. Really much.
Yes. That's the problem, actually. This is the problem. I never sing at home.
Yeah.
Now it's better, but she always
Really?
asks
She
me
didn't
not-
like that? Really?
And when I ask her, you can watch my rehearsals, let's go with me. She's immediately says, no, mommy, please, I don't want to go. Because
What
she
do you
knows.
practice?
I mean, I think that for child, is when mommy giving the loud voice and like crying and opera singing. Anyway, it's something very, very
Disturbing, maybe for
very, very special. I think there is a really connection, all classic music, but also, voices and instruments. This is kind of, the straight connection with somebody very important who is above us. I think she's very sensitive, and I think sensitive kids, they are the musicians' kids. They are very. They prefer to see mommy and daddy just like a mommy and daddy.
Well, Wenzel's daughter likes to watch him perform so much. She works at the Philharmonie.
My older daughter, she is now 24. She's working in Philharmonie just beside her studying. Just beside the studying. So and the smaller one is 20 years old. And I listen some productions, Tosca in YouTube, and with my daughters, and they said, "Oh, Papa, it sounds like movie music. It's so great, so great. We want to go to opera, but they are not here. Maybe they listen in Berlin."
Because you actually, when you were little, you wanted to be a pop star or an actress. Or when did the start? You have the vibrato. Sorry, I can't even begin to imitate. But when does
very right.
When does it start? When does the voice start turning
when it started,
operatic?
Actually, my mother decided for me because I wanted to be a rock pop singer.
Oh.
And then I wanted to be an actress. And then I had a dream that I will go to Hollywood. But then one day I thought, where is the Hollywood and where I am? Latvia and Hollywood is so huge,
Takes a long time to get there.
It takes a long time. And then my mother told me, no, you have a voice and you must be an opera singer. And then from her second time, she came back for this, for this conversation. I thought I just must try. And I tried with a teacher, with private lessons, and my first 6 months was horrible, I must say, because I couldn't understand how to sing, what to do, and then it was just suddenly one day when voice suddenly came.
Does it just happen?
And it was high C. Can you imagine?
I never did that.
Still high C is
which
quite. I was 21, I think. It suddenly really sounded, which I finally liked. And then I thought, it's really exciting. It's really something coming from your body and from your soul. And also I was already fan of Maria Callas. And my teacher gave me the CD of Maria Callas. And I remember my favorite aria was O mio babbino caro. And then when I saw her on video from Covent Garden, this famous Tosca on stage, she sang. Then I fell in love completely, and then I thought, and then also, the Tosca became my dream role. So it's very important time for me now that I'm.
How do you? Somebody already asked many questions ago. I can't keep up with them because these guys are being so great and answering it all. I can't get up with them. Somebody asked further about, are there any similarities between you and your character, Floria Tosca?
Unfortunately.
Because this jealousy thing, you and Mario, you're jealous of anybody you think is in the room.
I think Tosca is generally jealous, but I think Tosca is just typical Italian, real Italian women.
That's scary.
It's a diva and beautiful and talented and somehow, but the similarity between me and Tosca is just that she and me. I'm full with passion. I'm a very passionate person, and I'm very jealous. So,
well, okay, that's a very good answer to the question. My goodness. What do you think you would have become if you hadn't played the clarinet? Or was it always clear for you that you were?
No, it was not clear. When I was a youngster, I was in the ski high school. I wanted to be a ski racer. So, and then downhill racing, I broke my leg 4 times in one race. And so this career was gone. So then I thought, oh, my brothers play in the small orchestra in Austria. It's a traditional music, and they play brass. And they said, you are the youngest, you have to play clarinet. And then, okay, I play clarinet. I like it very much. Then I studied in Vienna, and I moved from the ski gymnasium to the music gymnasium in Vienna. So I changed the ski sticks to the clarinet. And then now
we say thanks God.
I like the ski sticks, but I prefer the clarinet. It's my money giver.
Well, I think Wenzel is a total genius on the clarinet, really. I absolutely love his playing. And it's not only the Tosca solo you have to play this week, but the big Tchaikovsky 6 solo. There's also a huge clarinet solo, which you played last night with Petrenko. And you can also see it on the digital concert hall. We played it in Berlin. Very special concert with our designated chief conductor. We were all very interested to hear or to see. I was a little bit nervous on the first day of the first rehearsal because I didn't feel I was in shape, and I had to jump in because one of my colleagues was sick, so I didn't feel prepared. And my colleague, the other horn player, said to me, he said, well, Sarah, I can assure you there's somebody even more nervous than you are, and that'll be Petrenko. Because it was his first day, and it's a lot to live up to. But we had the most incredibly, really life-changing Tchaikovsky with him. And a beautiful solo from Wenzel, so you can see that on the digital console. And we thought, because actually we don't have that much longer to go, it's such a shame. There's all these questions coming in, but they're all being answered brilliantly, so I was getting in with my questions. We thought we'd like to play you, to serenade you, get it? Serenade? Serenade? But actually it's Wenzelade, Wenzelade you. Because we just thought we would try, you don't have to conduct. You just have to sit and enjoy, and this is a chamber version. We don't have a harp, so I'll do my best on the horn. We don't have a full string section. We have two.
Playing the harp, maybe.
I make it very easy for you.
It makes it very easy. And we thought if you would like, we would like to play you Wenzel's Serenade, Wenzelade for Christina. May we do that for you?
I was so inspired from Marcello, yes.
Marcello was incredible, wasn't he? He was amazing. You want to warm up, and I will. We got to get the music. No, there's your music.
One bar alone. I mean,
you need. You don't need the music. I spent all that time copying it out, and he doesn't need it.
There's a lot of rehearsals.
You make a rehearsal now?
No. Let's Oh, great! I love these moments. Okay, this is for you. Bravo, Wenzel.
Where is Mario?
Mario, where is Mario?
I think this is a dream.
Mario.
The musicians from a Berlin Philharmonic Orchestra playing For me, such a emotional line. Thank you so much.
Well, you
really
certainly deserve it.
I'm really happy being with you.
It's been wonderful to have you as Tosca. We've enjoyed it, and you sound amazing. You look amazing, and it was an honor for you to be to have you here today, because I know you have such a busy schedule, and thank you so much. And sharing a little bit, I could talk to you for another 2 hours, but unfortunately, we have a concert tonight. We're off down the road to play Mahler 6 with Simon Rattle. We're really enjoying doing. We're all playing. No, you're. Yes, we're all. You're not. You're free today. Evening, yes. No, you're on, aren't you? And Marlene, you're on too, aren't you? Yeah. So, dear colleagues, dear Live Lounge viewers, thank you so much for joining in. It's been it's gone so quickly, I can't believe it. And we will be going and reading all your questions on the chat. Let us know where you are watching from. Send us a little message so we know whereabouts in the world you all were. And people are writing bravo, bravo, bravo. So, that's really lovely. Thank you. We will see you next year back at the Live Lounge. We will see you on the Digital Concert Hall. We will see you on stage Monday, another 3 times, and in Berlin. Can't wait for that. And you 3, I love you. You are fantastic. And thanks for doing the chat in the corner. Thank you for coming in the room. Thank you for joining us.
You are fantastic.
Yeah,
bravo, Sarah.
Bravo. See you.